Hey, welcome to the series of everything you need to know about Python in simplest possible way. In our previous video, we have discussed about conditional statement and how we can develop those conditional statements using if and else. In this video, we will try to see the nested if and else's. The reason in this video is, can I put an if and else's inside of another if and else? So that is what we will see today. So let's go ahead and see one after the other. The Let's see first the syntax how we can put nested if and else's. Let's say I have this if and I have this condition for outer outer if. I have this condition for outer if. Whenever this condition of outer if is executed, I need to execute a block of code. Let's say I have this block of code here. Inside in the block of code, I am having another if. It is inside block inside, let's say inside if block. So inside if block condition. So whenever this inside if block condition is executed, I need to go to the block where inside this if block. So I am putting block of inside if. So I need to execute this block of code inside of this particular if. So whenever I have executed this, I can get some kind of a result. So that is fine. But if this condition is fails, if inside of this if block fails, I need to execute some else block. So this is inside else block. I need to execute this inside else block. If this like this, I can execute all of these things, but only when the outside of this condition is true, then only I can be able to execute all of these things. If this condition is false, I can use else. In this else also, we can put if and else statements. I can put all of these if and else statements in this block. So it is a block of code, else block of block code. This is the else block code that I'm having. As and when if this condition is fails, it will enter into the else block code. Inside of this else block code, I am having inside else if condition, and as and when inside of this else block is executed, I can execute this inside if condition. If this condition is true, I can execute the block of code of if inside of this else block. If it is not true, I will be executing this kind of an else block. So this is fine. This is syntactically fine. Let us try to understand this with some kind of a program. I will be taking this whole thing, copying this whole thing and make it some more meaningful kind of thing. Let's say I am putting this condition as true. So this condition is true. So I will be executing all of this code inside of this particular if block. So here I am putting this condition also true. So as and when this condition is true, I need to execute this block of code. So for that reason, I am writing a print so that you can able to see in the output. I am writing inside if block of if. Inside if block, I have this if block inside of this if block. That is what I am trying to write here. So next, if it is not true, then I need to write some kind of code here. So I am writing inside if block, inside else block of if. So I want, so when this block, this is true, this is, if it is this false, I will be executing this particular thing. So this is clear for now. Let's say I am getting false here. Let's say if I have false here, I will be executing this inside of this block. So here also I am putting as true. As and when this is true, I will be entering to the inside of if block inside of else block. So here I will be printing something as inside of if of else block. So that is what I am trying to print here. So if this is false, I need to print inside of else. So that is what I am trying to print here. So let me go walk you through one after the other. Let's say I am having true here, and here also I am having true. So outer loop outer if condition and inner if condition is true. So let me track this. So I will be entering to this particular block of code. So this is true. I will be returning printing as inside of if block. So as and when this is executed, this else won't be executed. This else also won't be executed. So I will be getting the result as inside if block of if. So that is what I am getting here. So if I put this as false here, what I will be getting is that this is as this is false, I can only able to get this particular else block inside else of if. So I am getting inside else block of if. So I am getting this result. So here, here instead of true, if I put false here, so what can I get is that this is false. So this block won't be executed. I will be entering to this block. And as this if condition is true, I am getting this inside of else, inside of if of else block. So if I execute this, I am getting inside of if of else block. That is what I have here. So if I put this also false, I will get this inside of else of else. So can I execute this? I have executed this inside of else block. Like this, we can nest any of if blocks in any other if blocks or else blocks. Now we will try to solve the problem that what we have discussed previously. So we will extend that problem. Furthermore, the problem is that we are writing an exam of 100 marks. If I have got 40 or more, I will be considered as pass. If not, I won't be considered as pass. So we will extend that to something like if I get greater than 30, and that is also considered pass only when I have participated in any of the sports. So let's try to develop that using nested if else's. Initially, I am reading marks, int, input, enter, marks. So I am reading marks here. So the first condition that what I am checking is if marks are greater than or equal to 40, I don't need to check anything. I just print as pass. So let make it simple. So because of that reason, I am just printing as false. Else, if the marks is not greater than 40, in the else block I am checking one more condition. If if the student have participated in any of the sports, I will be considered that person as pass. So I am for that I am reading some more input such as sports. I am taking input as have you participated in any sports. I will give the option as yes or no. The user needs to enter yes or no. So this is what I am considering here. So these sports that I have read. So now I need to write the condition here. If the marks are greater than or equal to 30 and sports equal to true, true not true, which is s, that is what the user giving as input. So if these both conditions true, then only I am considering that student as pass. Else the student won't be pass, the student will be not pass. So this is what we have written. So let me explain this one more time. So I am reading marks here. Here, if the marks are greater than or equal to 40, I am printing as false. Else, I am writing some more conditions here. So I am taking this, I am wanted to make this condition of if the students participated in any sports, he will be considered as pass. Because of that reason, I am reading sports, telling have you participated in any sports. If that is yes, I will be printing pass only when the marks are greater than or equal to 30. So if not, we will be printing as false. Let me execute this. So I will test with 45. So 45 is greater than 40. Because of that reason, I am getting false. Let me check with some other example. I am putting 35 and it was asking for have you participated in any sports. I will be giving as no, I don't participate in any sports. So because of that reason, I am getting the result as false. Let me execute one more thing. Let me take the example of 34 itself, it was asking, are you participated in any sports? Yes, I have participated in sports, so I am getting pass. So like this we can actually build some nested ifs and nested else's. So that is about this video. We have seen nested if and else blocks. So in our next video we will discuss about elif. By using elif we can actually build more number of conditions. That's we will see in our next video. If this video finds you interesting, hit the like button and subscribe for more. Thank you for watching this video. See you in the next one.